Have you ever looked back at your childhood and noticed moments that felt unusual, as if you were being guided in ways others weren't? In Islam, nothing happens by chance. Every experience, every emotion, and every instinct is part of Allah's divine plan. Sometimes, even in childhood, Allah places signs upon the hearts of His chosen servants, clues that they are meant for a greater journey of faith. These signs may not have made sense back then, but when you reflect as an adult, you realize they were reminders that Allah was always with you. From a natural pull toward worship, to an inner sense of justice, or even moments of divine protection, each of these experiences are powerful indications that you were chosen for something special. In this video, we'll uncover 5 clear signs from childhood that may show Allah has chosen you for His guidance. 1. Early inclination toward faith. From a very young age, some children naturally feel a strong connection to faith, even before they fully understand religious teachings. This early inclination toward Islam is not something that can be forced or taught easily. It often comes from a heart that Allah Himself has guided. You may have noticed that unlike your peers, you were drawn to acts of worship, showing curiosity about prayer, the Qur'an, or the stories of the prophets. These interests weren't simply habits copied from elders, they felt personal and meaningful to you. For example, while other children might have been busy with games or distractions, you might have found peace sitting quietly near elders during Salah, or listening attentively when verses of the Qur'an were recited. Even if you didn't understand the Arabic words at the time, something in your heart responded with calmness and comfort. This shows that your soul was in tune with the remembrance of Allah from an early stage. Another sign of this inclination is the inner awareness of Allah's presence. As a child, you may have felt shy to commit wrong, not just out of fear of parents, but out of a deeper sense that Allah is watching me. This inner voice was an early seed of taqwa, God consciousness, which Allah grants to His chosen servants as protection and guidance throughout life. Such a connection in childhood is a blessing because it shapes your heart to accept truth easily later in life. Many people struggle to find faith as adults, but those chosen by Allah often experience glimpses of it in childhood, reminding them that they were never alone. Allah was guiding them from the very beginning. 2. Unusual wisdom, beyond your age. Another powerful sign from childhood that shows you may have been chosen by Allah is the presence of wisdom far beyond your years. While most children live carefree and think only about play, some carry a depth of thought that surprises even adults. This wisdom is not learned through experience, because a child has little of it. Rather, it is a gift from Allah placed within certain hearts to prepare them for a greater journey. You may recall moments where, as a child, you asked questions that startled your parent, questions about life, death, purpose, or the unseen. While others your age were busy with toys, you were reflecting on matters that many adults avoid thinking about. This shows a mind and heart inclined toward truth and understanding, which is a rare blessing. Another sign of this wisdom is your ability to give mature advice or comfort even at a young age. Perhaps friends, siblings, or even elders noticed that your words carried depth. People may have told you that you were different, or that you seemed older than your age. This was not accidental. It was Allah preparing you to carry responsibilities that others might not handle. Children with this unusual wisdom often sense that life has a deeper meaning. They feel a natural seriousness in moments that matter, while still being children at heart. Such awareness is a light from Allah, guiding you toward reflection, self-awareness, and faith long before adulthood. This gift of wisdom is a sign of being chosen because it makes your heart more receptive to guidance. When others may dismiss reminders, you feel their weight. And when the truth of Islam comes to you, your heart recognizes it immediately because Allah has already shaped you to understand it. 3. Sensitivity to wrong and injustice. Another early sign that you may have been chosen by Allah is an unusual sensitivity to wrong and injustice during childhood. While many children may ignore or even join in harmful behavior, some feel an inner discomfort when they witness dishonesty, cruelty, or unfair treatment. This deep unease is not something taught by parents alone, it is a reflection of a pure heart that Allah has preserved. As a child, you may have noticed that lying, even about small matters, brought you guilt that others didn't seem to feel. Perhaps when you saw someone being bullied or treated unfairly, you felt a strong urge to defend them, even if you were powerless to stop it. This strong sense of right and wrong is a sign that Allah placed justice and compassion in your nature early on. Children with this sensitivity often find it difficult to participate in wrongdoing, even when pressured by friends. While others might laugh at cruelty or ignore injustice, you likely felt sorrow or even anger in those moments. This is not weakness, it is a reflection of the fitrah, the natural state Allah gives to His chosen servants, allowing them to recognize truth from falsehood. Another aspect of this sign is empathy. You may have felt the pain of others as if it were your own. Seeing someone cry or struggle stirred something deep in your heart, pushing you to comfort or help them. This mercy is a gift from Allah, preparing you for a life where you will be sensitive to the suffering of others and guided toward acts of kindness. This heightened awareness of injustice in childhood is more than just emotion. It is a sign of spiritual readiness. Allah was shaping your heart to carry responsibility, to stand for truth, and to seek His pleasure above all else. 4. Spiritual protection in childhood. One of the most remarkable signs that Allah may have chosen you is the way He protected you during your childhood. Many people can look back and recall moments where they were spared from harm in ways that seemed unusual or beyond explanation. These moments of protection are not coincidences. They are signs of Allah's mercy, ensuring that His chosen servant is safeguarded until the time of guidance and purpose arrives. As a child, you may have faced accidents or dangerous situations that could have caused serious harm, yet somehow you escaped unharmed. Sometimes it was as if help appeared at the exact right moment, or events shifted in a way that kept you safe. These are not random occurrences, but divine protection, reminding you that Allah's plan for you began long before you were aware of it. This protection is not only physical, but also spiritual. Perhaps you were surrounded by environments where wrongdoing was common, yet something always kept you from falling too deeply into it. Maybe you found yourself shielded from harmful friendships, destructive habits, or negative influences, even when they were close by. It is as though a barrier existed around you, preserving your purity for a greater purpose. Another sign of this protection is how your heart was guarded from total corruption. Even if you did make mistakes, unlike others who became trapped in harmful paths, you felt pulled away, redirected, and saved before it was too late. This gentle redirection is Allah's way of preserving His chosen servants, preparing them for a future of faith and responsibility. When you reflect on your childhood, these moments of unseen protection become clear reminders that Allah's care was always with you, shaping your path and shielding you for the journey ahead. 5. Unique loneliness or feeling different. Another sign from childhood that may show you were chosen by Allah is the experience of feeling different or out of place compared to others. While most children naturally blend into groups, some carry a quiet sense of being set apart. This feeling of loneliness is not a punishment. It is often a preparation, shaping you for a path that is distinct from the crowd. As a child, you may have noticed that you did not always fit in with the interests, habits, or behavior of your peers. Perhaps their jokes, games, or choices felt empty to you, and though you might have participated, you sensed a gap between you and them. This inner awareness of being different was Allah's way of keeping you mindful, steering you away from total attachment to worldly distractions. This sense of separation can also manifest in solitude. You may have enjoyed spending time alone, reflecting, or engaging in quiet activities rather than always seeking large groups or constant noise. That solitude often became a space where your heart naturally turned inward, making you more open to reflection, self-awareness, and eventually closeness to Allah. At times, this feeling of not fully belonging may have been painful, especially when you wondered why you couldn't be like everyone else. Yet in reality, it was a hidden blessing. Allah was placing in your heart a subtle understanding that you were meant for something beyond ordinary paths. Many of Allah's chosen servants experience this early separations, that when they are ready to walk alone if necessary, standing firm on truth heaven when others do not. This childhood sense of differentness was not isolation. It was divine preparation for the unique journey Allah destined for you. Alhamdulillah, where we explored 5 powerful signs from childhood that may show you were chosen by Allah for a greater purpose. If you recognize even one of these signs in your life, it is a reminder that Allah's mercy has always been with you. Never forget His guidance is the greatest blessing you can receive. If you found this video beneficial, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Merciful Deen for more Islamic reminders. Comment below. This beautiful dua, may Allah keep my heart firm upon His guidance. Let's fill the comments with barakah together.